Yo guys, Andrew here with Verb. I'm super excited to dive into 10 newborn essentials under 50 bucks. Haven't done this video since 2017. But by the way, if you are expecting, we've made a pregnancy prep course just for guys, where we guide men on how to best support their partners through pregnancy. We do an in-depth baby buy guide and also prep guys for labor and delivery. So check out fatherfigured.com, get it for yourself or someone you know, and use the code bowling is underappreciated for 10% off. So kicking off the list, this is my absolute favorite sound machine. This is the ROM by Yoga Sleep. It's a little hockey puck looking thing that has a huge impact because I think a sound machine truly is a must-have for the first year. And if something like the Hatch Rest is kind of beyond your budget, you're looking for something simpler, the sound output from this is amazing compared to others. They can sound a little tinny, a little pitchy. This has a really good low bassy hum. For 24 bucks, if there's only one thing that I would scoop up from this video, it would be this right here. Great for travel, great for home use, ROM by Yoga Sleep. Great sound machine. Next up is gonna be a wooden baby play gym. With the recall of the boppy newborn lounger, parents are always asking, like, what should they pivot to next? This lay flat option, it really is something that you should check out. It's a place where the baby can play on their back, stay safe, give their brain something to think on. I know Love Every has a play gym that's great looking as well, but you can find similar options for under 50 bucks, or even consider something like the IKEA Leka for 35 bucks. By the way, I do want to note that everything that I'm talking about is listed in the description of this video as well as in the comment section. So if you are interested, please consider buying through those links because it helps support this channel and it's at no additional cost to you guys. So yeah, go check that out. Thank you. Next on the list is going to be an electric nail trimmer. Now, as new parents, it is very intimidating to try to clip your baby's nails, but you may find that you need to, especially if they're like scratching themselves a lot. For both of our boys, they scratch themselves a lot. We use mittens, probably longer than we should have, and it's because we were too intimidated to go and clip their nails for fear of taking a chunk of their skin with it. We're not alone in that fear, but an electric nail trimmer is going to be a lot more reassuring and a lot easier because it just kind of rotates and files down the nail as opposed to clipping it. So this will make your life a lot easier. It's going to just make you feel a little bit more reassured as well. Number 4 on the list is going to be a diaper rash spray, not a cream. Now this is Honest brand. There are a bunch of different types of brands out there. It doesn't really matter. But I have come to find that sprays are really convenient. It was always awkward for me when I would apply creams because my hands had like this residue on it. It felt really tacky, and I kind of like wipe my hand on the diaper before I would like finish the change. There are spatula type things out there, so you don't have to like use your hands, but it's just like another thing to get out. So a spray really does offer you the efficacy of a rash cream with the ease of a spray. I would definitely go for sprays from here on out. Next thing on the list is kind of a gimme. You see it in every like newborn list, but I have to include it in mine because it is so good. It is called the NoseFrida. It's a nasal aspirator. It's great, especially when the baby has a cold. It's hard to hear that phlegm and snot buildup when they're sick, but this is a great way to alleviate those nasal passages, especially when they can't blow their nose just yet. This is something that we used beyond the newborn stage and up through the first couple years. NoseFrida nasal aspirator, get this. Another thing to note is another product by Frida Baby, which is called the Windi, to help alleviate gas. Now I know that kind of sounds a little bit weird that you're kind of putting something in the baby's bottom, but I can assure you it is not disruptive to them. It is not what you think. It really does help alleviate gas. Consider getting that as well by Frida Baby. Moving on is going to be something that was pretty niche a couple years back, but it has grown immensely in popularity, and that is a versatile baby cover. Now Milk Snob was the one that we first got a couple years back, but a bunch of different options have followed suit, and it really is just a great way to keep baby covered while they're in their car seat. It can be used as a nursing cover or even as a high chair cover. It's a great thing to snag for less than 30 bucks. I know these lists are really subjective, but I gotta say that the Skip Hop Baby Bathtub is kind of my favorite one that we've used. We've used a bunch of options, including like the Angel Care tub seat. We used the one that we were sent home from the hospital with. But I've really enjoyed this. I like the mesh seat. I like the way a baby is sat in it. It's a lot more comfortable. It just seems like easier to give a baby a bath than this compared to other things that we've used in the past. Again, very subjective, but Skip Hop Tub. Moving on with our list is a standard option that you've certainly heard of, but it remains one of the best things a new parent can have. Now, I will note that the actual Graco brand Pack and Play can be found for as low as $55. I know this is an under 50 video, but similar products do exist that can be found for as low as $40, and they work great as well. You use it when traveling or visiting grandparents. You can use it at home as your main bassinet or crib setup. When it comes to value and usage, this is probably one of the best value things that you can buy for yourself in that first year. I have reviewed other, pricier options like the Guava Lotus or, like the Baby Bjorn version. But when it comes down to it, the OG Pack and Play, it remains just a solid standard pickup for any new parent. The next thing on the list isn't so much for newborns, but I have to plug it because I really love the brand, and it's called Squid Socks. Now, in those kind of later months, our son, he always pulled off his socks when he was in the car, and it got so annoying because we lost a bunch of socks, and he would end up just wearing mismatched socks. Squid Socks are great because they have this little rubber material inside that make it basically impossible for them to pull off their sock. So it keeps their sock on, keeps them warm, doesn't make them uncomfortable at all, but when they have that natural tendency to want to peel off their sock, it's going to make it a lot more difficult, and it's kind of going to save you money down the line, not buying so many freaking socks for your newborn. Now, to round out our list is something that I really do like, and that's the Babylist Bottle Box. In a section of our course, I dive into building a baby registry from scratch, and this is one of the things that I mentioned in that video. The Bottle Box is something that you can pick up from Babylist, and it's a way to just sample a bunch of different bottles before committing to one. For us, we bought a bunch of Dr. Brown's bottles initially, but for some reason, our son just wasn't taking to it very well, so we had to switch to the Philips Avent system. So instead of making a full-on commitment to one brand, this is just a good way of doing a little sampler platter to see which one your baby might take to a little bit more before you go all in on one bottle. So there you go, that's my list. I hope it helped you guys. If you did find this video helpful, hit that like button down there. It looks like a thumbs up. For more videos and reviews for young families, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video, and come back for the next one. God bless. Later.